This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
They always tell you there's a catch, a compromise, an asterisk. Sprite Zero Sugar? It's different. It's the lemon lime flavored refreshment you want with zero sugar. This is Sprite Zero Sugar. Obey your thirst.
Año nuevo, los mismos Extra Value Meals en McDonald's. Ahora te puedes llevar 2 snack wraps y papitas y una bebida mediana por solo $8. Solo por tiempo limitado. Precios y participación pueden variar. Los precios pueden ser más altos en Hawái, Alaska y California y con entrega.
Kraft Mac and Cheese is better than 90s hip-hop. We'll remind you of your childhood without making you feel incredibly old. Kraft Mac and Cheese. Best thing ever.
Do we got something big happening in Philadelphia with the Eagles? Is something crazy about to happen that we don't expect? Let's talk about it. Welcome to the Eagles Checkdown, the fastest under 10-minute Eagles podcast there is, covering news, notes, and opinions on your favorite football team, the Philadelphia Eagles, jointly produced here on the Eagles Pinpool Podcast Network and the STT Sports Network over on YouTube, guys. As I say every single day, like, share, subscribe, follow, whatever you're doing, whether you're listening to the audio on the Eagles Pinpool or the video on the STT Sports Network, follow along, subscribe, do what you got to do. I'm 3 subscribers away from 1,000 on the STT Sports Network. So like, share, subscribe, do all that on there as well. I am Phil Stiefel, and we got something intriguing, interesting. Maybe it's a big deal. Maybe it's not a big deal. On Wednesday, Adam Schefter did his weekly appearance on 97.5 The Fanatics morning show with John Kincaid and company. And Adam Schefter, as they spent the whole thing talking about the Eagles OC search, etc. And we're going to have updates on that, even though I said we weren't, but I got updates on that. But Adam Schefter was told, hey, well, thank you very much for coming on. Next week, we'll be talking about who the next OC is and discussing that. And Adam Schefter said, as he was saying thank you, as he always does, quote, maybe there will be more than discussion of an offensive coordinator. We'll see. We'll see what happens here in the next week. What? What else could happen right now in Philly that's a bigger story than who the next offensive coordinator is going to be? What could the Eagles news be before free agency, before the draft, before everything else? And it's got Philadelphia speculating. It's got fans and media saying, oh, it's going to be firing of Nick Sirianni or A.J. Brown's going to get traded. It's nonsense. It really is. There are 3 rumors that I think have some steam or a decent amount of steam. We're going to work backwards. Number 3, most likely not it, but it could be it. Could it be Vic Fangio announces his retirement from the NFL? I doubt that. They wouldn't have allowed Christian Parker to walk. They wouldn't have allowed Clint Hurt to do interviews. They would have just promoted Christian Parker. That probably would have been announced. But maybe after a couple weeks of being away, Vic Fangio realizes time. I would put that 3 on the top 3 options that Adam Schefter's talking about. Number 2 on this list could be Lane Johnson announcing his retirement, which would be brutal for the Eagles offensive line, which is already struggling at this point and needs a lot of work done in the offseason. I doubt Lane Johnson would want to let the 2025 season be the way he goes out, missing the last 9 games of the season. But maybe the pain, maybe the vibe is just not there for Lane Johnson, and maybe Lane Johnson is ready to walk away instead of playing another year or 2 like he originally, before last year, he said 2 to 3 more years. Maybe instead of 1 or 2 more years, maybe he decides to hang the cleats and the pads up. I hope not. That's why I put that one at number 2, because that would leave a big void for the Eagles to fill on the right side of the offensive line. Most likely, in my humble opinion, what the other announcement that should be coming soon from the Eagles, according to Adam Schefter, is that they're going to be building a new football stadium and moving on from Lincoln Financial Field. There have been rumors of this for a while, and where the old Franklin Mills Mall used to be, that spot and that land is for sale. Not sure if it's been purchased or not, but that would be most likely. And I saw something just actually minutes before recording this, and I didn't write the exact number down, but the Eagles were like 30th or 31st in attendance this year. Not because they don't sell out the games. They sell out every game. And they only had 8 home games versus 9 this year. There'll be 9 next year. But per average, it's still middle of the pack. Jeffrey Lurie knows what he's got with the Eagles. Jeffrey Lurie knows that the fan base will spend. So in my opinion, most likely what Adam Schefter's talking about is that they're going to make an announcement that Lincoln Financial Field will be ending its tenure as the Eagles' home in about, it'll take probably 5-10 years to go through this process, but it will eventually come to an end, and they're going to be building a new stadium out there, Bucks or Montgomery County, whatever it is, where the Franklin Mills Mall used to be. That would be my guess. There could be other things. People want it to be Nick Sirianni's fire and A.J. Brown traded, whatever. No. That's what I think it's going to be. It's either going to be a new stadium, it's going to be Lane Johnson retiring, or Vic Fangio retiring. That's what I think on that. On the OC search, obviously, he was on there talking. I promised not to talk about it, but Sean Mannion, the quarterback coach from the Packers, came in on Wednesday for his second interview. He is the first known for sure second interview, and I know a lot of people don't want an inexperienced coach, but he's a fast riser, and there's a lot of people in Green Bay, reporter-wise, tweeting out that a loss of him would be a huge loss for the Packers because he's really important to his coaching staff. So here's my thing. You know what? If you want to go with a young coach, inexperienced again like Kevin Patullo, it's a really simple answer to me. You hire Sean Mannion to be your offense coordinator. You retain Jeff Stoutland, as we probably will anyway. You retain Scott Loeffler as your quarterback coach to keep that continuity with Jalen Hurts. And then you bring in Matt Nagy, who is my top remaining choice personally, to be a consultant or some kind of an assistant coach to help, to have somebody for Sean Mannion to lean on. But you give him a lighter responsibility job, so when more jobs become available, he's got a place to go. He can easily leave to go be a head coach or an offensive coordinator elsewhere. There is another offense coordinator position available now because Todd Monken signed on to be the Cleveland Browns head coach. He had committed to being the Giants OC under John Harbaugh. So now the Giants are out there looking for an offensive coordinator now as well. But Todd Monken goes to the Browns. I love Todd Monken. He was my top Eagles choice from the very, very beginning. So that's a great spot for him. He's going to be able to work with the ground up there. That leaves 2 jobs, the Raiders and the Cardinals. I mean, the Cardinals' latest rumor is calling Ron Rivera, who hasn't coached in years. So that's that. One final thing. I don't know if I got to mention this on yesterday's show. I don't think so. I think the news broke after I had recorded already. Bill Belichick, not a Hall of Famer in his first year of eligibility, did not receive the full 40 votes out of 50 needed. And I think it's the biggest joke in the world. I've been very open and adamant about not liking how the NFL, NBA, MLB, or any of these sports vote on and choose Hall of Famers. How's a guy with 8 Super Bowls, 6 as a head coach, 2 as a defensive coordinator with the Giants, not the winningest coach of all time, probably? Like, how's Bill Belichick? And I don't want to hear that it's because of Deflategate or Spygate. The reason why Bill Belichick's not getting in the Hall of Fame is because he's a little douchey. He's a little bit of an a-hole. He rubbed people the wrong way. And I think it's an embarrassment because Tom Brady isn't going to get held back from the Hall of Fame because of Spygate or Deflategate. Eli Manning also, it was reported, will not be getting in his second year of eligibility. That's a guy that someone like Jalen Hurts probably really wants to see get in the Hall of Fame. That'll help his case, which is growing year after year to be a Hall of Fame level player. But that's what I got today. Maybe tomorrow we'll know who the OC is, and we'll move on. I just started my list of free agency and salary cap renegotiations to kind of get prepped for the rest of the offseason here. So we'll have that information coming soon, guys. But make sure you're following along, liking, sharing, subscribing, following, whatever you can do, wherever you can do it. Tell a friend, phone a neighbor, knock on a door, talk to the person in front of you at Wawa. Follow the Eagles Pinball Podcast Network and the STC Sports Network. But for now, guys, everybody have a great day. Go Birds. And bubbles up.
AI is incredible. It can teach you how to fry an egg and even write a poem. pirate style. Yarr! But it knows nothing about your work. Slackbot is different. It doesn't just know the facts. It knows your schedule. It can turn a brainstorm into a brief. And it doesn't need to be taught. Because Slackbot isn't just another AI. It's AI that knows your work as well as you do. Visit slack.com/meet Slackbot to learn more.
The world moves fast. Your workday, even faster. Pitching products, drafting reports, analyzing data. Microsoft 365 Copilot is your AI assistant for work. Built into Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and other Microsoft 365 apps you use. Helping you quickly write, analyze, create, and summarize. So you can cut through clutter and clear a path to your best work. Learn more at Microsoft.com/M365 Copilot.
Fiscally responsible, financial geniuses, monetary magicians. These are things people say about drivers who switch their car insurance to Progressive and save hundreds. Because Progressive offers discounts for paying in full, owning a home, and more. Plus, you can count on their great customer service to help when you need it, so your dollar goes a long way. Visit Progressive.com to see if you could save on car insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states or situations.
Whether you bond over streaming binge-worthy videos, watching sports recaps, video gaming, or by unplugging altogether, the 2026 Lincoln Nautilus Hybrid helps keep you connected throughout your journey. Learn more at Lincoln.com. Available connectivity features and functionality vary by model. Package pricing, trials, and term lengths vary by model. Video streaming and games are only available while parked.
Well, the holidays have come and gone once again, but if you've forgotten to get that special someone in your life a gift, well, Mint Mobile is extending their holiday offer of half off unlimited wireless. So here's the idea. You get it now, you call it an early present for next year. What do you have to lose? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Limited time 50% off regular price for new customers. Upfront payment required. $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds may slow after 50 gigabytes per month when network is busy. See terms.